The Ascension Gathering officially begins. Nangong Wan, the core formation stage elder of the Masked Moon sect, stands on the stage to host this cruel trial. Looking at the incredibly beautiful Nangong Wan, Hanli silently marvels at how young this elder appears. However, Wan Xiaoshan beside him shows awe and hurriedly whispers a warning to Hanli to not even look at her, for she is a terrifyingly powerful core formation expert who could easily crush chi-refining cultivators like them. After announcing the rules, Nangong Wan waves her jade-like hand, tossing out dozens of spiritual beads used for root testing. The rogue cultivators below instantly descend into madness, rushing forward recklessly to fight for the admission tickets that could change their destinies. The crowd is beaten to pieces. Those who grab the beads either pass the test smoothly or are eliminated due to unqualified aptitude. Amidst the chaos, a multi-treasure girl in pink fights another female cultivator over a bead. Relying on her own strength, the multi-treasure girl personally defeats the other cultivator and even shows murderous intent, wanting to put her to death. At the critical moment, Nangong Wan on the stage coldly stops the killing, sternly warning everyone that while snatching beads is allowed, causing fatalities is absolutely forbidden. Seeing the beads becoming fewer and fewer, Wan Xiaoshan can no longer hold back and rushes out to snatch one. However, just as he is about to touch a bead, a fierce spell strikes from afar. The one who attacks is the suddenly appearing senior brother Lu. Wan Xiaoshan is instantly sent flying and crashes heavily to the ground, losing his chance to test. Ultimately, the bead falls into the hands of senior brother Lu and Chen Xiaoqian, and both easily pass the test with their outstanding spiritual roots. Witnessing all this, Hanli forcibly suppresses his urge to act and silently hides in the crowd. At this moment, at senior brother Lu's signaling, Chen Xiaoqian throws the very same test bead they had just shared to Hanli. Hanli takes the bead, and as the testing formation lights up, the result hits him like a bucket of cold water, an intertwining of water, earth, fire, and wood attributes, a false spiritual root. In the cultivation world, the purer the spiritual root attribute, the faster one can absorb worldly spiritual energy, whereas a false spiritual root like Hanli's, possessing four impure attributes, not only absorbs spiritual energy extremely slowly but also makes it incredibly difficult to break through the foundation establishment bottleneck in a lifetime. Facing this despairing verdict on his aptitude, Hanli feels a wave of loss and silently turns to leave. While walking out together, the frustrated Wan Xiaoshan chats with Hanli, smiling bitterly and lamenting that they are both failing brothers in distress. However, Hanli hasn't given up in his heart, because he holds his final trump card, the Ascension Token, but out of caution, he conceals this secret from Wan Xiaoshan. As the Ascension Gathering's arena tournament officially opens, various sects display highly enticing rewards like cultivation techniques and foundation establishment pills, instantly igniting the fanatical enthusiasm of the rogue cultivators present. At this moment, a descendant of the Yan clan, a highly renowned and special cultivation family in the Yu Kingdom, steps onto the stage to challenge, drawing gasps of admiration from the crowd below. Seeing this, Wan Xiaoshan immediately educates Hanli on the heritage of the Yan clan. They place immense emphasis on artifact refining and formations, allowing them to reverse victory and defeat using powerful magic treasures and exquisite formations even if their own cultivation realm is inferior to their opponents. These words deeply move Hanli as he observes coldly from below. He acutely realizes that a cultivator's true strength is by no means dictated solely by innate spiritual roots. Talismans, magic artifacts, formations, and pills are equally critical to survival and overcoming enemies. As night falls, a fatal murderous intent permeates the forest in the dark. Due to possessing valuable treasures, the naive Wan Xiaoshan suffers a brutal chase and ambush by several greedy rogue cultivators in the darkness. By the time Hanli senses something amiss and swiftly rushes to the rocky woods, Wan Xiaoshan is already collapsing painfully in a pool of blood, telling Hanli in an extremely weak voice that he has been poisoned. Hanli's eyes narrow. Relying on his superb medical instincts, he immediately and skillfully pulls out a silver needle to test the poison in Wan Xiaoshan's wound. Seeing the silver needle instantly turn pitch black as ink, it is evident that the poison is exceptionally overbearing and ruthless. Seeing their deeds exposed, the evil cultivators no longer hide. They emerge from the darkness one after another to surround Han Li completely, attempting to silence the witness. The thrilling forest night battle erupts instantly. The female rogue cultivator, Hu Ping, strikes first, wielding a sharp spear that tears through the air to thrust straight at Han Li's vital points. Han Li sidesteps to dodge, decisively circulating his eternal spring art, and counters by blasting a blazing fireball technique to neutralize the attack. Seeing his accomplice fail, the ferocious Wu Jiuji immediately erupts into action. While executing the fireball technique for a frontal suppression, he frantically unleashes the object control technique. In an instant, giant stones and heavy wooden poles in the dense forest are manipulated by an invisible power, hurtling and smashing savagely toward Han Li from all directions, sealing off all his retreats. Facing the pincer attack of the two rogue cultivators along with the flying stones and wooden poles raining down from the sky, the battle instantly plunges into a hair-raising, but critical moment. At this life and death juncture, Han Li's face remains as calm as water. Shunning further concealment of his trump card, he decisively pulls out Monk Golden Light's talisman from his robe and activates it instantly. In a flash, the talisman erupts with a blinding golden glare in the dark night, condensing into a single, incomparably fierce golden light flying sword that sweeps out with a terrifying power capable of tearing open the void. With a few muffled thuds, this single golden light instantly slices down and slaughters the two rogue cultivators, Wu Jiuji and Hu Ping, on the spot with destructive momentum. Regrettably, despite his meticulousness, the cunning mastermind, Taoist Jingyuan, senses danger early on and manages to narrowly escape under the cover of the night. Han Li hurriedly checks on Wan Xiaoshan, but the poison is utterly beyond cure. This very first friend he made in the cultivation world ultimately closes his eyes in torment. After silently burying his friend in the wilderness, this dripping blood permanently washes away the last warmth in Han Li's heart. To survive in this cruel cultivation world, he must use every possible means to make himself intensely powerful. After leaving the Tainan Gathering, Han Li, lacking advanced escape techniques, could only rely on his own 2 feet to trek a long distance, occasionally hitching rides on mundane horse carriages along the way, travel-stained as he rushed to his destination. When he finally arrived outside the mountain gate of the great cultivation sect, Huangfeng Valley, he happened to encounter Martial Uncle Wu, who was in charge of receiving newcomers. Knowing this was his sole chance at an immortal destiny, Han Li respectfully stepped forward and presented the archaic Ascension Token with both hands. Martial Uncle Wu took the token and examined it closely, a hint of surprise flashing in his eyes as he remarked that he hadn't seen this token, which represented a grand destiny, in a very long time. Once verified, Martial Uncle Wu gestured for Han Li to board the massive flying ship artifact docked nearby. Aboard the flying ship, many other newly entered young disciples like Han Li had already gathered. As the ship soared into the sky and shuttled through the sea of clouds, Martial Uncle Wu stood at the bow, starting to introduce the architecture and rules of the Huangfeng Valley to the new disciples from a commanding height. Pointing at the grand structures in the distance, he explained one by one, "Those cloud-piercing structures are the main halls where the sect leader resides, a place everyone will visit to pay respects in the near future. On the other side is the hall dedicated to teaching basic cultivation techniques to new disciples. As for the nearby Baiji Tang, Hall of 100 Tasks, it is an essential place where disciples fetch sect missions and earn spiritual stones to sustain their cultivation expenses daily." This detailed introduction gave Han Li, a newcomer, a clear understanding of the inner workings of this colossus. Afterward, Martial Uncle Wu began distributing basic entry resources to each newly recruited disciple. These included a low-grade green leaf magic artifact capable of riding the wind, standard bladed weapons such as the Liang sword and Lengyuan knife for self-defense, the essential storage bags for cultivators traveling the martial world, as well as a book of basic cultivation techniques and a set of basic formations for self-defense and resisting enemies. Martial Uncle Wu patiently warned everyone that a storage bag can only store dead objects and must never load living creatures. Furthermore, low-level storage bags cannot recognize a master, urging everyone to keep them safely on their person. When the other new disciples dispersed, Martial Uncle Wu specifically called out to hold Hanli back. Because Hanli held the precious Ascension Token, Martial Uncle Wu privately handed a fragrant Foundation establishment pill to him as an exception, warning him with an extremely serious demeanor that many coveted this pill, instructing him to keep it well hidden and never show it off in public to avoid inviting unwanted disasters. After thanking Martial Uncle Wu, the solitary Hanli arrived before the sect's notice board, searching for a way to establish himself and survive within the sect. Among the dense rows of missions and recruitment listings, his eyes keenly caught a specific notice. The sect's Baiyao Yuan, 100 Herbs Garden, was recruiting disciples to guard and manage the garden grounds. Seeing this, Han Li's heart stirred. Back when he studied under Dr. Amo in Huangfeng Valley, he had already mastered the skills of identifying and cultivating various medicinal herbs to perfection. Managing a medicine garden happened to be his greatest strength. More importantly, taking care of the medicine garden would not only keep him away from the complex factional disputes and disturbances within the sect, allowing him to close his doors and cultivate in peace, but inside this field dedicated to nurturing rare plants, he might even discover clues regarding the rare herbs needed to refine Foundation establishment pills. Having thought this through, Hanli hesitated no longer, deciding on the spot to take the task and head toward the Baiyao Yuan, officially commencing his covert and pragmatic cultivation life.